4:55 is all she needs to clear. But up now, the men's 800 metres from the inside. James Gurr, Lachlan Barber, Alexander Rowe, Joshua Ralph, Mason Cohen, Luke Matthews, Peter Bolt and Lachlan Mann.
I'm looking forward to this one.
World Championship qualifier 1:45.90. Plenty of athletes in this field capable of it. I know Rowe, PB under that, Ralph, PB under that, Luke Matthews, PB under that, Peter Bolt, exactly the same.
Yep, definitely. And this is the best 800-metre field we've had all season. So it's good to see them all come here, all make the final. And I think this is going to be definitely, possibly one of the races of the night. But obviously we've had some fantastic ones so far already. But I don't know, I have a feeling about this one. It's going to be something special. It's going to be a good championship race.
Now, I'm sure Ralph's got a bit of redemption. Last year in the final, he did fall.
He did.
Down the back straight and actually fell pretty heavily.
Yeah, he wasn't happy after that one. He felt like he was in good shape. He felt like he could have maybe taken the win in that one. So to go down at that point with 300 metres to go, it's heartbreaking.
And probably one of the unluckiest of those athletes qualifying for Rio, but with 4 athletes qualifying for Rio, he was unfortunately the unlucky one to miss out.
Which is why this national title is so important, especially if you're in an event group that may have more than 3 athletes qualifying. If that's the case, you need this title.
You do. And it's there. Mason Cohen always turns up. He grabbed a medal. He snagged a bronze last year behind Luke Matthews, but
he's going to have to run fast this year to try and get on the podium because obviously on his outside, Luke Matthews, Peter Bowl, class athletes.
And Bowl, the only athlete this year, the only Australian to dip under that 147 barrier.
Probably the only Australian to false start in an 800 too, but we won't hold him to that one.
And Lachie Mann, probably the story of this 800 metres, getting that automatic qualifier, absolutely pumped. And I think it was his birthday.
What a birthday. Happy birthday.
What a present. And he's found himself in a very crack-hot field here at the national final.
One never to discount. I know he was only a qualifier through, a timed qualifier through, but James Gurr, he's been around for a very long time. He knows how to race these championships.
And he's got a 146 OPB.
Exactly. He's not one to discount at all. Don't sleep on James Gurr. Ooh. We don't like to hear that sound.
No, a second gun. Fingers crossed it was just unsteadiness.
Peter Bowles' heart will be pounding right now.
No, I think you might have seen Luke Matthews just look over and bowl and go, wasn't you, mate, was it?
Green card, good.
Oh, green
Great
card.
To see the green card. We'll have a clap to that because that makes us happy. We do not want any of these athletes disqualified from this final. We want to see every single one of them run. It's not often you see a false start in the 800, so we definitely don't want to see it here in a national final.
Oh, heart is pumping.
Even my heart's going.
Off and racing again from the inside. Gurr, Barber, Rowe, Ralph, Cohen, Matthews, Bowl and Mann. It'll be interesting to see who cuts first and who's looking to take out the pace. Bolt, slow away, probably nervous about getting that false start, but he's going to cross in front of the field, and he's happy to take this pace. Here comes Ralph trying to get on the inside shoulder there of Matthews. And Lachie Mann tucking in there. But Bolt happy to take him through, going through the first 200 to tick under 25 seconds. It's not bad.
Not bad. Obviously not super. Ooh, bit of argy-bargy there. Ralph and Luke Matthews getting tangled up a bit. There's Mason Cohen just behind him. Peter Bowles controlling this race currently. He's taken it from the front. Obviously there's no wind at all, so it's not like he has to battle a headwind at any point in this lap.
No, there we go. So it's Bolt out in front from Matthews, Cohen. Ralph got a great finish and plenty of speed. We know he can go 46 low in the 400. Row at the back. But it's Bolt taking the lap, 52.29, 145.90. That's the time they need to get to achieve this World Championships qualifier. And they're really starting to wind it up.
Yeah, definitely. I like the position Luke Matthews in. It's a little bit like Heidi C. It's a similar sort of look to it. Here he goes. There's 300 metres to go. In Mistress, he starts to make his move now. As he does, he moves up to the shoulder of Peter Bowl. Starts to move past him. Here comes Ralph. Bowl needs to respond here. Mason Cohen's still there. And look at our Australian record holder, Alex Rowe, coming from 5th.
There we go. So it's Luke Matthews, Bolt, Ralph, Mason Cohen and Alex Rowe. James Gurr still in the picture as well. Ralph coming around the corner. He won the national championship in 2014. We'll see who can hold this into the There's a grimace on Luke Matthews' face. Entering the home straight, it's Matthews and Ralph. Mason Cohen chasing down, Rowe moving wide. Lachlan Barber down the outside on the alley, but Josh Ralph has moved himself into the lead. He's going to stride away from this. Everyone's flashing home fast. Luke Matthews finding something extra on the inside. Luke Matthews! 146.74. Where did he find that?
I don't know. Halfway down the straight, I thought Ralph had it. But here comes back Luke Matthews. What a gutsy run. We saw the grimace on his face as he came into the straight. We were wondering if he still had something left for that final 100. Here, Ralph, it's going up. He starts to tighten up. Luke Matthews comes through on the inside, dips.
Wow.
There you go.
That is outstanding. I don't think Luke knows what's happened. Still waiting for the officials here. This is a national title. It's very important.
You can't see it, but Luke Matthews has just done a dance. He's realised he's won. He's had his little celebration dance. Wow. It looks like we're going to quickly cut down to Tamsin. She's down there with the winner, Luke Matthews.
Well, Luke, I did ask you for a cool celebration. Were you happy with your celebration?
Ryan Gregson, I'm so sorry. I tried to do your 2012 celebration and I butchered it. But, look, I'm bloody happy. With 50 metres to go, I thought I was done. But, I don't know. There's been a lot of criticism with my group and especially my coach of late, so there's no chance I was going to lose today. So, another one for the bad guys.
Well, it's pretty hard to criticise him. He was coach of the year and he's got a great squad of athletes. You went to the front with 200 metres to go. Kind of were putting your name in the book for the win, and then Josh Ralph, he took you down that front straight. How did you find energy to get back at him?
Well, for one, I know that Josh would have had a lot of energy to redeem himself from last year. So, hats off to Josh. He was bloody incredible. And, last year I was able to win by 10 metres. But, if he had been there, I probably would have struggled. But the way that I fought back, I don't know, instinct. Grego did a thing the other day about alpha males and trying not to let people beat me. So that one was for Grego.
Okay, I tell you what's interesting. It's like we're watching Luke Matthews develop as an athlete. You came out last year, you trailed David Rudisha in Melbourne Grand Prix. We all thought you were going to take him for a little while there. You had that youthful confidence. And then you probably took a few hits overseas in Europe. You got to learn your trade. And you went to the Olympics and you were disappointed. You've obviously bounced back from that exceptionally well, but you've come at this season completely differently.
Yeah, it was, I think the thing with 2016, everything was new. So everything had an emotional attachment, everything was new, everything was novel. Now, I don't know, the standard is up here, so if I don't win nationals, then I'll be disappointed. Whereas last year, if I came second, third, or made the final, that was probably it for me. So the standard's been raised and just had to get through this on not as fit as last year, and now hopefully get a few opportunities overseas and get that 8 and 15 time again.
Well, Luke, it takes great mental strength to do what you've done, to come back from Rio and then take out the national championships in a quality field. Ladies and gentlemen, your 800-metre champion, Luke Matthews.
Seems like we definitely are seeing him grow up in front of our eyes.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And there's your results. Luke Matthews takes it out in a thrilling race, 146.71. Josh Ralph in second, 146.76. Alexander Rowe, the Australian record, gets on the podium, 147.29. As we see, Peter Bowl led it for most of the race.
Just didn't have the leg.